I mean, who are these people? I mean, do they just see us as lab rats? Is it a scientific power trip? What's going on here?
It's a marketing exercise. It's how to get the biggest return on an expensive vaccine. And that's the tragedy. There are several problems for the vaccine, for this particular vaccine, is that there are many what are called re-exposure phenomena. In other words, kids are getting sick on the first one, worse on the second one, and real problems on the third one. That's very strong evidence of causation. You can see in a situation where a little girl gets it at school, oh, don't tell your parents. That wasn't anything to do with the vaccine. You just had a little cold. Your arm hurt. You were just sore. Second time round, it gets worse. There are going to be real problems with this, and parents who are left to pick up the pieces if there is damage won't even know about it until it's too late.
Well, that was my next point. I was thinking about that. What happens when they have adverse reactions? The school is now going to deny it. I mean, this is really the big pharma enticing the school to aid and abet and be part of this crime, because I've already seen cases in the last 20 years, this infant death, sudden infant death syndrome, and it turned out the child has a convulsion, dies that night, or in the car sometimes. Sometimes they die in the nurse's office or at the hospital. Then they come and say, well, we did a CAT scan, there's blood on the brain, you beat your child. And then it's actually come out in court, no, it was the vaccines. It's like that Sky Television piece they had where the girl got the Gardasil and died in the class. Thank God, or they would have said the parents killed her. I mean, this is so incredible that they do this. Dr. Wakefield, we're out of time for InfoWars Nightly News, but we have a feature that a lot of the viewers watch that is special reports. I'm going to end the show here because of time constraints, but please stay with us if you will. I want to come back and try to give you the floor for 10 minutes or so to get into some of the other incredible things you're working on, but you are certainly a humanitarian. In closing, tell the viewers out there the websites where they can learn more about what you're doing.
Well, I think EBCALA is a website they need to go to, the Elizabeth Burt Center for Law and Advocacy. So this is something where they will, if they want to catch up on this story and see how it's perceived by those people who, as you know, exposed the fact that autism had been compensated, or children whose neurological injury that resulted in autism has been compensated for now nearly over 30 years by the government, while they were denying it on the other hand. That's a very good place to go to get an update on their position on this particular issue of the Gardasil and the Cervarix vaccines.
And then your site specifically as well.
My site is callous-disregard.com, where people can go to read my book, and vaccinesafetyfirst.com is another website where we have a lot of information posted.
Well, I just want to say, Dr. Wakefield, in closing, I appreciate the fact that when they demonized you, they lied at you, you never left the arena and only kept swinging. And on other shows, and even national news in England's had to admit that there were other scientists that had separately done the same research but not published it, that found the same thing. And there have been other now research done duplicating exactly what you found, and that it's a hoax, that you engaged in any fraud. And the fact that they targeted you out of thousands of doctors and scientists and activists is because you are articulate, you are very effective, you've got a lot of Hollywood stars like Jenny McCarthy involved, and they're scared of you. But like the phoenix, you are rising again because you never got swatted down to begin with. And I can't think of a more important issue than this medical big pharma tyranny that we could be fighting. And God bless you for your stalwart.
Thank you for having me on the show.
That's it for InfoWars Nightly News. This is the type of information we cover here each and every day. And it is a real honor to be able to work with people like Dr. Wakefield and the countless other individuals out there who cannot be bought, who cannot be intimidated. We know cancer rates have doubled in the last few decades. Diabetes has doubled, the major type. We know that our friends and family are dying of cancer. We know, as we covered earlier, the Rockefeller Foundation plan to put sterilants in vaccines and also cancer viruses. We will cover this eugenics agenda. It started in England, became popular in the United States. The Rockefellers funded Adolf Alois Hitler. He carried out his first tyranny through medical tyranny, and that's all this is basically a profit motive linked up with a bunch of control freak eugenicists who are above the law. It is time that the court of public opinion rout out these devils. Lord willing, we'll see you back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, for InfoWars Nightly News. Great job to the crew. Again, we'll see you out there, ladies and gentlemen, on the front lines.